Welcome to another Landscape Builder tutorial. Today I'm talking about a couple of features that were required by a patron for their game. I've created a scene using the demo stone cottage template. I've then replaced vegetation and ground textures with those from nature manufacture mountain and forest environment assets. Check out the links below. The first feature allows you to display actual height limits of groups and members. By default, all heights are relative to the position of the landscape. If you want to only place some prefabs, say 30 to 40 meters above the landscape game object, then set minimum relative height to 30. I'm using some anthills from the Nature Manufacture Mountain Environment Pack. I have to say, they look pretty cool. If you place your landscape below or above the y-axis at, say -500, it might be useful to know the actual values on the y-axis. This is useful if you're building, say, an underwater environment. You might want to place some driftwood at least 5 meters above the shoreline. Rather than setting the minimum relative value to 505, you could set the actual minimum height to 5 meters. This leads us to the group copy and paste feature. Landscape Builder currently lets you create templates and restore some or all of the settings in a different landscape. For example, you could copy all your prefab group spawner settings to another scene. However, this new feature lets you copy and paste one or more groups, along with members and object paths, to another scene. There are two paste options. Append will add new groups in the copy buffer to the end of the list. Insert will insert new groups above the group that you right-clicked on. If Update Existing Groups is globally enabled in Advanced Options, existing groups will be updated. For us, the cottage group already exists, so it will just be updated with our ants member. Well, that didn't work. To protect you, by default update is turned off. Let's try that again. If Group Actual Heights is disabled, Group Paste will use relative heights and the anthills will be spawned. Although the terrains are at different heights, the relative height remains the same. This is the default behavior. If Group Actual Heights is enabled, minimum and maximum heights will attempt to honor the actual heights set in the source landscape. As that was -480 to -470 meters, it is below this landscape, it is clamped to 0 and the ants don't get spawned. Let's set up the camera animator and see what that looks like. We really like making features that save people time. Now it should be easier to transfer just a few groups at a time to other scenes. Be sure to check out the links below.
Support us on Patreon to help us create more content, and thanks for watching.